Today is a special day as I turn 41, and I just want to share this day with you by answering all of your questions. But before that, I just want to take this moment to express my gratitude to each and every one of you, whether you've been here since day one of this channel or just recently discovered this channel. Your presence or you being here means a lot to me. To my loyal patrons and members, thank you so much for being here. You are the backbone of this journey. Your belief in me has fueled my passion and has motivated me in creating more content even during the toughest times. Thank you for being my pillars of strength. Thank you to all of my subscribers and viewers for appreciating the art that this channel creates. Although this channel is not for everyone, I would like to say thank you for your engagement, for liking, commenting, for maybe sharing the content to your friends. And to those who dislike me as a person or to those who dislike what I put out, thank you as well for at least sharing your time by viewing the content that the channel creates. I am beyond blessed to have a community that does not only appreciates the art that the channel creates, but also appreciates me or values me as a person. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being a part of my journey. With love and gratitude from Shay. I'm not well right now. I'm actually coughing and I also have colds. So from time to time, you're going to catch me coughing. So please excuse me in advance. There are a plethora of lessons in life that I've learned. And one of the most important lessons I've learned is that to always be kinder to myself. I'm sorry, but I'm about to cough right now. Growing up in a household where compliments and encouragement was a scarcity, I have been always the worst critic of myself. And it took time for me to actually be my own biggest fan. And I think it is very important to be your biggest fan, because when everybody actually fails to applaud for you or whatever achievements that you have encountered in life or milestones that you have accomplished in life, if no one is going to applaud for you, you are there, or that I am here to actually clap for myself. So yes, it is very important to always be kind to yourself and to always be your biggest fan. I would only change the way I rushed into adulthood. At a very young age, I was eager to become independent. I wanted to have my own place. I wanted to work for myself and not be asking money from my parents, or that I always had this mindset wherein I don't want to be a burden to my parents. And at 17, it is not very typical in the Philippines where you have to leave your parents' house and start living your own life. But at 17, I already left home, and since then until now, I always fend for myself. And if I'm going to change anything that I've done before, that is that, particularly that, or that's the only thing that I would want to change, because I was rushing myself into adulthood not knowing to actually navigate life on my own, or not knowing how to actually parent myself. At age 33, I was kind of like depressed, and I was tired, trained, and exhausted about doing things on my own. I had nobody to actually share my life with. If I could do my life over again, I would stay at my parents' house as long as I needed until I am financially and mentally capable to take care of myself before having kids. I have so many answers for this, but I am going to say my top 3. When I was younger, I held great admiration to those individuals who had significant academic and professional success, because I believed that they deserve all the respect because they had accomplished so much in life. However, as I advanced in my own academic and professional journey, I discovered that not all highly educated people deserve all the respect. I came to realize that not all professional or highly educated people deserve all the respect that you can give to them, because you can be highly educated and have a advanced professional career, but your morals are actually not there. And I think that respect is earned. And the second one is about love and relationships. I used to believe that love and relationships are effortless, because I thought that once you love somebody and that person loves you back, everything is going to work out well. But it's actually more complicated than that. Even if you are a good person or if you have pure intentions, it's actually not enough to make a relationship work. I realized that love and relationships actually require a lot of effort, communication, the willingness to grow together, and the ability to communicate and comprehend, because we can communicate all we want, but if you have the inability to actually understand or comprehend the other person, I think the relationship is not going to work. I had to change the camera because the other camera was low bat. So anyway, let's go back to the top realizations I have so far. Now we are down to the top three. So in my 20s, I used to believe that failure is a part of, or it is a sign of weakness. Growing up in a Filipino household, it is quite difficult, especially in the academic aspect. It is very difficult because you are constantly compared towards the smart kids or smart neighbors or to other people that are actually smarter than you. Everything has to be a competition, or that you need to be number one, or you need to always be part of the top three in the class. So I used to think that any misstep or any setback meant that I wasn't good enough and that there is no reason to try it again. And I think that this has held me back from taking risks and trying new things in life. But now I understand that failure is actually a critical part of your journey to success. So right now, instead of seeing failure as a defeat, I see it now as an opportunity for me to learn and gain a better understanding on what doesn't work, which brings me closer to finding what does work. The most remarkable photo that I've taken was a sunset photo taken in Angkor Wat in Cambodia. It is remarkable in a way that I have taken a sunset photo of Angkor Wat, which is now considered as the eighth wonder of the world. And I feel blessed and honored to actually step foot in the largest monument, or the largest religious monument all over the world. Right now, I am actually interested in getting more lenses rather than getting a new camera. Although getting new lenses would actually cost as much as getting a new camera, if not more expensive. Not anymore, Craig. A lot of them actually don't bother me anymore. I think that's because I now have a set of things that actually upset me. For your last question, I would say that I am proud of all the cinematic and reflective videos that we've put out in the channel. I know that I don't watch my videos really, but when I do, I'm like, wow, that was really good. I'm not being biased, but like I mentioned earlier, you have to be the biggest fan of yourself, because if you do something and nobody likes it, you're there to actually appreciate and give yourself a tap on the back and say, that was actually really good. I'm proud of them because they are one of those videos that I can easily produce, because it only takes me a day to actually produce a reflective video. I think that you did not get the memo, Brian, but I have been saying this for 2 years now. No, I am not single, and I have said this in my live streams too, that I am not single. I have spoken a lot in my reflective videos about my journey and my self discovery, but I can actually make another one. However, that's gonna take some time. I've drawn inspiration from many sources, my own experiences, for example, other people's journeys, and the beauty of nature. Many of my reflective videos were conceived just by sitting in nature, where I find a deep sense of peace and clarity. My skills and deep thoughts have always been a part of me. For many years, I've always had this passion of expressing myself through videos or through photography. I just hadn't found the right platform to do so cinematically until just 2 years ago. My inspiration comes from within and from the desire to share my journey into a more meaningful and visually engaging way. I don't know if you actually watch my live streams, but I did mention a lot of times that I'm not single. Even if I was single, it shouldn't be something that people should be concerned of. Not everybody wants to be in a relationship. Some people are just comfortable with their own skin. Some people do not seek relationships. And people who are single should not be seen as leftover people or that nobody has chosen them. I am not single. And please don't be concerned about me. Because even if I was single, I would still be happy. You have a lot of questions here, Anthony, but I'm going to try my best to answer every one of them. The first question is my favorite beach. My favorite beach are the beaches in Siquijor. What's cool about Singapore is that Singapore is immaculately clean. They have a very artistic structure, and I could live in their airports because their airports are very artistic in design, and it's got its nature vibe. And you all know me, I love nature, I love greens, and Singapore airports or Changi airports they're really not airports to me. It's just like nature, and it just so happened that there are planes in there. So yeah, that's what's cool about Singapore. About scuba diving, I have not done any diving other than my diving training sessions. Okay, about editing, I wouldn't say it has gotten easier or better. I would say that every time I edit a video, I learn one or two things that I always apply in the next editing workflow. However, I would like to emphasize to you and to all of the viewers that editing is actually not just merely cutting, pasting clips in the editing software and adding a voiceover. It is actually more complicated than that. There is a lot involved in it, and it actually needs a lot of brain work than physical work. For you to have a better understanding, I'm going to explain how my work is done. So prior to editing, before I do anything in the editing software, I have my script ready. And when the script is ready, I do my storyboard. Now, you might wonder what a storyboard is. A storyboard is a sequence of shots that we filmmakers or videographers want to achieve for us to be able to actually tell a story visually. For example, I want to start my video by me waking up in the morning, brushing my teeth, making my coffee, and then sit outside for an hour and just collect my thoughts. So first thing I would do is position my camera to my bed, so it would capture me in a wide angle shot that I was getting up and fixing my hair. My next scene would be a close-up shot of my hair that was already fixed. So I need to change my lens and use my 35mm lens to achieve that close-up shot of my fixed hair. And then it's going to transition into a wide angle shot of me brushing my teeth. Now, I am very particular with how I do my shots. So this is just me. Maybe it is going to be different to some other people, but this is just the creative part of me that I need this shot to be related to the next shot, and then the next shot has to be related to the next shot, and so on, right? Because I want to be able to tell a story without actually telling a story verbally. But I do voiceovers anyway, so you guys can, catch up with what story I was actually trying to tell. But I want to achieve a story by not telling a story verbally. That's why I like to make a storyboard and follow through so that the video actually makes sense, that there is actually a story in it. So after I shot what's on the storyboard, I transfer or import everything on the editing software. Now, during the editing process, it's not just merely cutting, pasting, and adding a voiceover. I would say that it takes a creative brain to actually mesh the script, the shots, and the story. This is actually not a very detailed workflow on how I create my stuff, but maybe one day I can create a video for you guys to show you how it is actually done behind the camera. How long does it take me to make a 10-minute long video? Well, it depends on the theme. If it's a reflective video, it only takes me a day to produce. If it's a documentary-like video or an interview video where I have multiple people in it, that is probably going to take me a week to produce. And if it's a big cinematic piece, that is definitely taking me more than a week. So it does depend on what theme I'm actually producing to you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you are still gonna be with me for the rest of this journey. I'm going to see you all in the next video. Bye bye.